So this is the shipping container house that I'm building, and I'm working on it, making progress. But in the summer, because I live in the woods, this is a really nicely wooded area. I have a long driveway, which is about half a mile, and the greenery would actually encroach on the road quite a bit. You don't see it here simply because I used a very good tool to trim it back. As a matter of fact, I am, as people would say, turning lemons into lemonade. A good friend of mine, Dominic, suggested that I should take advantage of all the greenery that's encroaching on my road to actually make nice green banks on either side, basically two green walls on either side of the driveway. So I thought that was a good idea, so I bought this thing, Greenworks hedge trimmer, battery driven, 40-volt battery. And I have had this battery for a long time because I built the half-a-mile road using the Greenworks battery driven electric chainsaw. I cut all the trees down with the electric chainsaw by Greenworks. So now I'm basically using this to trim all the branches back to start forming green walls along my driveway. Let's see how I do this, okay? So along here you can see that I've trimmed the branches back a little bit, quite a bit, so they're not encroaching the road. As a matter of fact, when the branches grow further out, I'll keep on trimming them, and eventually you're going to see basically a green wall. And that's what I'm trying to achieve down the road. And right now I'm going to trim all the other sections back. Let's go see how we are going to achieve that. So this is the start of the half-mile driveway. I have already trimmed some of the branches back here, but you can see that it is a clear shot and it is looking good. But further down the road, the green banks will narrow, and so we need to trim all those branches back further down the road. So I've trimmed everything back before I thought I would make a video about this. So from this point on, it's actually looking pretty good. I trimmed all the branches back, but we need to work on the rest of the road. And you can see some of the branches are just hanging over the road slightly. And a couple of things before we start doing this. I think this is a really good design. It's fabulous. It's a two-handed operation. And what's good about this is that you really need two hands to make it work, because they have a clutch here that you have to hold in, and then you have a button that you need to push in either way, and then you have a trigger here. So you basically need to have your both hands on these to make it work. What's good about this is that I have noticed that sometimes I will come and clear the branches or whatever that are stuck in here, and I thought, how safe would it be if they started to move suddenly? But if your one hand is on the blade, it will never move, because you will need this hand here to get it going. So this is a really good design. It's lightweight. The battery actually probably weighs more than the whole thing. It's easy to use, 24 inches, more than enough for me. They have a 26 version of it, so I think this is perfect for me. The other thing is that when you're working on spots like what I'm doing here, you really need to be mindful of poison ivy and stuff like that. On my road, they're all over the place. That's poison ivy right there. They're just literally everywhere. And if you're allergic to poison ivy, you better not be careless and just go into the woods and do what you need to do. I am one of the lucky ones. I'm one of the 18% of the population who are not allergic to poison ivy. So I'm lucky in that regard. Okay, let's get to work. already trimmed some of that, so let's go down the road and see what else I can do. Beautiful black walnut tree here. All right, this you can see that is forming a bank that is going to grow, and I'll gradually trim this over the years. It's going to be a beautiful, nice green bank. That was super good, really easy. You can see all the branches are gone, and gradually over the years, I think next year, as the branches fill in the gaps, it's going to be a nice green wall. And easy work. It's 86 degrees today, really humid, but the tool makes it really easy. I will get my tractor and catch the branches later on and put them away. I will mow the edge as well. Now the mowing will be easy because all the branches are gone. I did pay attention to the trees I was trimming down. This is a lovely black walnut, so I'm definitely not going to trim that down. It's going to grow to be a beautiful big tree. Now, if you know trees, this is a terrible box elder. Grows like a weed, and if there's a storm, they break down easily, and they're terrible. And that's a lovely maple, beautiful. And then have a lot of honey locusts. That's a honey locust, and these are all honey locust seedlings that grew up just in the recent 3 years, maybe. So, all right, let's continue to do this. Okay, I want to stop here and show the country road that is on my property, and because of the hedge trimmer, I'm able to basically turn this road into a green tunnel. Look at that tunnel, it's beautiful. And I'm sure down the road, every section of the road will be like this. And I love my trees. Look at that black walnut tree here, struggling to grow out of the weeds, and I'm keeping it. And look at my country road, my driveway that's been cleared of all the branches sticking into the middle of the road with a simple tool, which is great. And this is the Greenworks electric or battery electric chainsaw. It is the 24-inch version. It's only $120, and if you get the battery as well, it's less than $162. It's a great tool. It's lightweight, easy to use. This is not a product review. It is simply to show what a simple tool can do to transform a place. I love it, and I'm loving my road now. I used to dread this task, but I love the task right now, and I'm loving my road because of the Greenworks battery electric hedge trimmer. Go get one.